Hey everyone, and welcome to Murder by Numbers. In the last episode, we figured out that the Starshine Awards are rigged. Yes indeed, Stanford was taking bribes to let people win or just disqualify them altogether. Amongst those people are us, the team of Murder Mystery. They were disqualified altogether for 50,000. So Ryan had a check with 50,000, so my suspicion is that he has something to do with it. Also, we need to figure out who Alex Costa is, because Alex Costa was the person who bought the makeup with the poison in it that killed Stanford. So, let's find out who Alex Costa is. Oh, right, and we had a fire. I almost forgot Becky being heroic AF, saving us from the fire. I can see you asking, I don't see a fire. This room has not been touched whatsoever. That's right, this room has not been touched. It was the backstage mostly, so I guess also the body of Stanford. And all the evidence that goes with it, of course. I think we should go look how bad the damage is. Oh, we just can't access. That makes sense. I don't know if we're gonna find anything here, but let's try. I doubt Bobby would have come in here. Oh, we're looking for Bobby. Right. I know what's going on. That makes it the perfect place to hide evidence. Okay. We already did a thorough investigation last time, but doesn't hurt to do it again, apparently. Okay, let's do this. This puzzle seems to be all about placing the X's strategically so you can fill in the rest. This is a fun one. I bet that whatever this is going to be super important evidence. This puzzle really is a lot of fun. It's like I said, place the X's right and the rest will follow. I really like that. Because that's what I always do in my head. I try to put it on the screen for you guys what I'm doing, but what this puzzle is like enticing me to do is what I already do in my head always, so it's really fun to me. I think this is my favorite puzzle yet of this game. It's really great. There we go. And that's it. Okay, what is this? A bottle? Oh, black gloves. Huh. That doesn't sound good. That can be used in many nefarious ways. You made me dig through a garbage can for an old pair of gloves? Not just any pair of gloves. I detected trace levels of the neurotoxin on them. Okay. Could my theory still be correct that someone, I'm not saying who, but you know who I mean, wiped some of the makeup off with their, it's like a powder, right? Blush. So they wiped some with the glove off, and then they dabbed, like they put some on the flowers, threw the gloves away, so they would be safe, and then Stanford could have still breathed it in. I really like my theory of the flowers, okay? You're right, there's red powder on the fingertips. Bobby must have worn them while handling the poison makeup, then disposed of them in here. Only one problem with that theory, Scout. That's not really a problem, Honor. Please, I know it's the 90s, but please. These are women's gloves, and they look kind of familiar. Oh, I really wish, like in Ace Attorney, we had like a profile. I wish we could look at an image. I think Kathleen wears black gloves, doesn't she? I'm gonna be right, and I'm gonna celebrate and cry at the same time. Is there more we need to investigate? I want to go to Kathleen like straight away now. I'm so thoroughly convinced now. Maybe we can ask Becky if Kathleen wears black gloves, I suppose. Nice gloves, but I don't think they go with your outfit. Oh, you know, you're pretty handy with a crowbar. If this detective thing doesn't work out, you'd probably make a great burglar. I could use my sensors to detect the way. Don't give him ideas like that. Scout, we are not becoming burglars, my son. I'm just saying, it's good to have options. What are you still carrying that around for? It's empty. I don't know. I thought it might make a nice souvenir. Way to remember the time you saved my life. Well, don't get used to it. You're just lucky I was in a good mood. And I was afraid of dying. I don't need that speech anymore, Anna. I've got bigger plans now. Good on you, honestly. Make sure you get me a copy of that spreadsheet once all this is over. Once everyone sees how corrupt the Starshine Committee really was, they'll be begging me to take over. I told you I don't want that car. I don't want that. It's poisoned. You can keep it. You're too kind. Okay, so cool conversations. It's not helping though. Maybe there was something in here we missed? Thought I scanned pretty thoroughly, but... Oh! How dare you! Ah, that's annoying AF. Okay, let's just do this. Oh, I think we're almost there actually. I was like so into it because it's really difficult, and now apparently I'm almost there. Let's see. Okay, last few things. There we go. Bouquet of flowers. Am I going to be right? Please tell me I am. Dying flowers? Like flowers that make you die? Ooh, we're S-rank detectives, so that means we should be very close to the end here. Oh. So that totally means I'm gonna be right? These are the flowers Dick got with his award, but they're all wilted. Honor, don't get too close. I'm detecting neurotoxic parasites. Okay, I'm right! Ah! I'm right, on the flowers! Yes, so it is Kathleen. I was right from the very beginning. That's kind of creepy, but yay! Dick got these on stage. I saw him smell them. That's how he was poisoned. They must have been poisoned in advance. But how did Bobby gain access to the flowers before the ceremony? He didn't. Maybe he didn't. I can't detect anything else unusual in here. This is how we move the plot forward. I guess this is all the evidence we're going to get. I just hope it's enough to build a case around. Oh, you bet it is. Detective Cross will be here any minute with Bobby. We better have our final theory ready. Oh, this is going to be so fun. So we proved Bobby guilty, then we proved him innocent, then we said to Detective Cross, he might be guilty after all. So Detective Cross is going to get him, and now we're going to tell him, actually, it's not Bobby. He loves us, for sure. Do you really think we have enough evidence? If we can't convince Cross... I know, this is our last chance, but I think I finally understand what happened here tonight. Wait, wouldn't Becky be... No, I was going to say wouldn't Becky be an witness, or an eyewitness, or an ear witness, because she was on the toilet the entire time, but the poisoning happened before she went on her entire breakdown. Kathleen killed Dick. Justice for me, finally! Kathleen killed Dick. It's all starting to make sense now. She admitted herself that she and Dick had a long-standing feud. He was a jerk to everyone on his show, especially her. Putting up with Dick was hard enough for just one night. Imagine getting that kind of abuse for over a decade. But she could never go public. It'd be the end of her career. So she made up a fake name and started leaking rumors to the press. Until Dick called in his lawyers and stopped the press from accepting any more stories about him. She was silenced. Silenced, but angrier than ever. That's when she decided to take matters into her own hands. Dick Stanford had to die. But if Kathleen killed Dick, how is it that Bobby gave the poisoned makeup to Becky? He might have just accidentally found it. That's exactly what I hope to find out from Bobby. Yep, she wears black gloves. Dang it. Dang it, I didn't want it to be her. But, yep, I was right. And I hate it. I hate it, but I'm right. Yes. I would have hated it more if it was Bobby though, just purely because of how the case was built. It would have kind of sucked if it turned out to be him in the end. So, yep, it's Kathleen. Yep. Well, well, look what the cop dragged in. And I do understand Bobby isn't so innocent after all. That's what we're about to find out. Sorry, Bobby, we've got a few more questions for you. What the hell, man? I didn't kill Dick. You said you were so yourself. I came here for the awards, not to get interrogated by a private detective and some robot. This isn't back talk, Bobby. No one's interested in your sob story. I hope you got everything you needed, Honor. This is your last chance. Let's start with identifying the murder weapon. It was Dick's flowers. Dick was poisoned with a neurotoxin sprinkled onto these flowers. Aren't those the flowers I gave him on stage? He sealed his fate as soon as he smelled them. That's why he started acting strangely on stage. The poison was already taking effect. Pretty grim stuff. I can't believe this. I held those flowers too. If I had smelled them myself. But I didn't go anywhere near those flowers. I don't even know what a neurotoxin is. The poison was hidden in makeup, rouge number 16 for Corinthia Cosmetics. Only a small amount of the poison makeup is needed to kill if inhaled. Since when do you know so much about poison? I'm still learning what I am capable of, Detective. Wait a second, I recognize that makeup. I was hoping you would. After all, you gave it to Becky. You handed off a deadly poison to some innocent girl? I can't believe what I'm hearing. We all trusted you, Bobby. Hold up. You gave that makeup to me. There we go. Oh, she's breaking down. Yes, do it. Ooh, she pulled up a straight face again. Well, he's obviously lying. I don't know. Let's hear him out. Why did Kathleen give you the makeup, Bobby? I've been trying all evening to get Becky to agree to come onto my show. Should be great for ratings. I asked Kathleen if she had any advice. You know, girl stuff. She said I could try getting her a gift. This is the most ridiculous story. Let him finish. I asked her what kind of gift, and she thought about it for a second. Then she smiled, very creepily, and gave me that makeup. So you're saying you were given the poisoned makeup by Kathleen? It's all lies. I haven't spoken a word to him all evening, and I've certainly never touched any poisoned makeup. That's where my next piece of evidence comes in. Detective, this is outrageous. Bobby is the suspect here, but I feel like she's interrogating me. Well, Mizrahi, what else have you got that ties Kathleen to the poisoning? The gloves. We found this pair of gloves in the bathroom. Do they look familiar? They look just like the gloves Kathleen has been wearing all evening. They're identical, except for one important detail. These gloves have traces of neurotoxin on them. That's pretty damning, I have to admit. But we would have to find some DNA inside the gloves that is hers, I guess. Because anyone could wear gloves. But still, it's pretty damning. This is absurd. Quiet! Oh, quiet. What are you thinking, Anna? I think Kathleen used the makeup to sneak a deadly poison into the Starshine Awards. Wait. No, it makes it sound like she put the makeup inside the gloves and used it as a bag to get it in, but nah. She had the makeup, I guess. Like the container the makeup was in. I don't know anything about poison. Really? I think you knew exactly what you were dealing with. That's why you brought a spare pair of gloves. After you dosed Dick's flowers, you threw out the gloves you were wearing to avoid poisoning yourself. I think it's obvious what's going on here. Bobby wants to frame me for Dick's murder. He used a pair of my gloves to make it look like I did it. I think Bobby has way bigger hands than you, to be honest. Why would I kill Dick? We worked together for years. Don't ask that question. We all know why you would. Exactly. You admitted to us that you suffered for years from Dick's insults and mood swings. Perhaps, but I never stooped to his level. I have a professional reputation to uphold. And that's why, when you went to the press, you used a fake name. Alex Costa. Alex Costa? I told you before, I've never heard that name in my life. Me neither. Care to enlighten us? Alex Costa told Celeb Life magazine about what a monster Dick really was. They printed the accusations, but then Dick's lawyer stepped in. And this Alex guy was someone who worked with Dick? To have that amount of dirt on him, they must have known him for years. And Bobby fits the bill perfectly. He wanted to ruin Dick's reputation to save his own show. His mother was even called Alexandra. Alexandra Price, Alex Costa. Isn't it obvious? Maybe it does link to him, but that's exactly why she took that name. To make it look like it was Bobby. A little too obvious, almost as if someone knew they could pin the whole thing on Bobby if they got caught. Yes. You used my mom's name? Whew, that's rough, buddy. I'm sorry. Wow, she's playing hard. Control yourself, Bobby. We could do without another strangling today. Calm down, both of you. I see your point, Mizrahi. Is there any direct connection to the poisoning? The makeup came from La Manche Jolie. It was a special order for Alex Costa. I mean, she's already breaking down, of course, but I'm used to age 30, so I'm expecting like a full-on breakdown, but I don't think that's going to happen. I can't believe you're listening to this amateur when you have the real killer right here. There's one last piece of evidence. Alex Costa's phone number. Oh, call it, please. Yes! I don't have to stand here and be insulted by... One moment, please. I have to... Oh, she definitely... There's no way out of this one, lady. Oh, you should have ignored it. Don't worry. I hear you still get a phone call in prison. That's such a line from like a series or something. Honor, please. The actress is coming out. Kathleen Cartwright, you're under arrest for the murder of Dick Stanford. You don't know what it's like to spend your entire career being put down and brushed aside. He deserved to die. I put up with that monster for 20 years, 2 decades of insults and contempt, and all the while having to hear how great he was. I tried to tell the world. I tried talking to the press. No one would listen. But that ranting, disgusting old creep you saw on stage, that was the real Dick. Here we go. That's enough. Let's go. Now everyone knows what he was really like. I'm glad he's dead. I only wish I could have made it more painful. Ooh, the revenge is deep. The hatred goes a long way with her. Wow. I was kind of hoping this to happen. I felt like she would go completely nutso. I don't believe what you're telling me, Honor. Everyone loved Dick Stanford. Everyone except the people he worked with, but no one wanted to listen to them. It's like I've always said, TV is the devil's work. I don't agree with any of this detective nonsense, but at least you're not on TV anymore. Have you seen Becky? I'm ready to go. Just no more arguing in the car, okay? Good luck getting Mom to agree to that. I'll stop arguing when you stop being so goddamn stubborn. Great news, everyone. I'm going to be a special guest star on Back Talk with Bobby Price. You guys have a great story. I'm just glad I can help tell it to the nation. And thanks for helping me prove it didn't kill anyone. You and Scout are quite a pair of detectives. Speaking of which, can we give Bobby a ride to the police station? Detective Cross still wants to talk to him. Apparently, strangling a dead guy might be illegal after all. Go figure! Wow. You know what? I'm not sure I want the self-admitted strangler sitting behind me in the car. Take my keys. I'll walk. I think it takes a lot for him to not take the car and walk instead, so... Scout and I headed back to my apartment feeling good. We'd done it. We cracked the case. We proved them all wrong. The feeling was intoxicating. A heady sense of accomplishment like I'd never felt before. We'd worked it out. We found the clues, discovered the link between them, and now justice would be done. I wonder if her father felt like this as well, and that's why he was so, like, absorbed into his work, you know? It felt great. And at that moment I knew. I wanted to feel this again. I wanted to feel this all the time. Aww. The only problem was, I still had to convince everyone else. Detective Cross, my mother. Only Scout seemed to really understand. In a few short weeks, he'd become one of my closest friends. Someone I could trust. Someone that had my back. But trust has a nasty way of getting broken when you least expect it. Wait, Scout's gonna go evil? No, I don't want that. No. Maybe not on his own volition. Oh, where are we? Is that her room? Wow, she really is a detective at heart, huh? It even has like the Sherlock Holmes cap right here. Honor, please. This is so stereotypical. Home at last. That was one hell of a night out, right, Scout? Scout? Oh. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just here to warn you. Scout is not what he seems. He's dangerous. Yeah, I think that Scout has a lot of functions that make him dangerous. And I think they basically killed him off before he got to that point or something. Or maybe he wasn't even to that point, but it was an accident what happened to him, what I gathered from the flashback. But Scout is a potential for danger because he has a lot of dangerous functions. I don't think that Scout himself, as he is now at least, is dangerous. But what? It's like a kid, like a normal human kid. They all have potential for danger. That sounds really grim, but it all depends on how you raise them. It really reminds me of Life is Strange 2 with the big brother and the little brother, and you play this big brother and you have to take care of the little brother. The little brother could become very evil if you wanted to, but if you raised him right, he would do the right things. So, yeah, that was what it reminds me of. He needs to be shut down now, before it's too late. I don't know who the hell you think you are breaking into my apartment, but you better get out before I call the cops. Fine, I'll go. But I've left you my number. Think it over. I'll be waiting for your call. I feel like she's one of the good guys. Just making a wrong decision about Scout. Honor, this is amazing. I was looking behind your bookcase and I found a Humphrey Bogart movie we haven't seen yet. That's impossible. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. No, now she started to distrust him. He has potential for danger, but he's not dangerous with the right care. Honor, please. Scout is our boy. Let's go watch that movie, okay? I refuse to. Case closed. Nice. I refuse to believe that a Scout is evil. Nope. Nope, Scout is not evil. Maybe he was built for nefarious purposes. Or maybe he was not even built for nefarious purposes, but he could be used for nefarious purposes. But he's not evil. Yet. If he ends up in the wrong hands, then yes, he could very well become evil. I realize that. It's not like I'm blind to that, but nah. He's with us, and we take care of him, and we make him the best he can be. I am Scout! Nice. New case unlocked. If the shoe fits. I wanted to end the episode here, but let's just take a teensy tiny look into the next case and then save from there. This will override your answer, yes. After the Starshine Awards, things changed. I've been through plenty of change already that summer, but this was different. This was big. But I guess change is hardest to recognize when it's happening to you. It felt like an eternity ago that I left Ryan and struck out on my own. If you'd told me back then that I'd end up living with a robot, well, let's just say that was never the plan. I didn't know why that stranger thought Scout was dangerous, but the more time I spent with him, the less I believed it. So we just carried on, like everything was normal. We watched films, visited museums, and Scout devoured the public library 5 books at a time. Completely normal. For a while it felt like progress, but deep down I knew I was running away. Running from Scout's past. And from my future. But I couldn't run forever. Okay, so we're definitely diving deeper into Scout and us. Which I appreciate. I'm all here for it.
Oh, good morning, Honor.
Morning, Scout. Get up to much last night?
I read the final 3 volumes of the Encyclopedia Totalis.
I think my favorite was Zirconia. They're so pretty. Now we just need to think of a way to get those encyclopedias back to the library before they realize we took them.
Also, I read that Julia Child's book that you've never opened.
Hey, we're gonna get around to it at some point.
Anyway, I spent the night trying to perfect the French omelette. Here, I made one for you.
How can this little buddy be evil? Come on. Huh, I could get used to this. Okay. Oh, hey, Casey. How did your date with the perfume guy go last night? There was the 3rd one, right? Did you... Wait, is that why you're calling me at this ungodly hour? Because you're doing the walk of shame? You hussy, tell me everything. Oh my god. Okay, calm down, calm down. Where did you say you are? Got it. We'll be there as soon as we can.
What's up, Honor?
It's KC.
Is he okay?
He is fine, but it looks like he just found himself in a murder scene. Okay, we have literally nothing to go on, but we were talking about the perfume guy. Maybe the perfume guy got murdered because the perfume guy told Casey and thus us about Kathleen Alice Costa being the one to buy the makeup, the poison makeup. So someone is trying to tie up ends because Tully also committed suicide. I don't think he did. But someone is really trying to tie up ends. So there's definitely someone behind all of this. There's like separate murderers for each case, but there's like one giant person behind it all. My crapshoot is Ryan still, but maybe it's a little too obvious. I don't know. Oh wow! Rainbow flags. Are we at the place that we wanted to go but didn't go? Oh, the drag place. Oh, I hope we're going to meet drag people. Yes. Whoa, that's not what I was expecting. Oh, right, there's someone crushed underneath. Right.
Honor, are my sensors malfunctioning again, or is that a giant shoe?
No, your sensors are working fine. Not just a giant shoe either. It's a giant killer shoe. Darling, you're here. What a mess all this is. What the hell happening? Scout, babe, if you're going to start making clips, we need to have a talk about timing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Picross is here too. You too. Of course you're here. And he just leaves. Come on, Scout, let's get scanning. Yes, okay. We're going to save here. Man, this was the ending I thought Case 2 was going to have. And I feel so good about myself predicting basically all of it. So yeah, I'm going to ride that high for the rest of this week. And I can't wait to start with this case. And I really hope that it's a drag queen case, because I would love that. Really, I would. So yeah, I'm going to end the episode here, and we'll see next time what happens as we dive into case 3. Thank you so much for watching. Be good.